Hey YouTube, welcome back to a brand new Animal Crossing video. Now, other than the Setsubun seasonal event taking place right now in Animal Crossing, where you can of course purchase throwing beans, there's not much going on until February, which by the way is a fairly busy month, so be sure to subscribe and stick around for that. Anyway, with that in mind, I thought we'd take today to discuss a little fan theory and the potential for an Animal Crossing remake coming to Nintendo Switch. But first, I just wanted to remind you, I also upload daily on my Let's Play channel, The More He Plays, where we've just started an Animal Crossing Let's Go to the City playthrough on the Nintendo Wii. It's pretty fun, and if you like New Horizons, I think you'll really enjoy it. Plus, we'll be starting Zelda soon too, so if you're looking for ways to support, subscribing over there too is a huge help. Now, back on topic, you may not know this, but Animal Crossing debuted on the N64 all the way back in 2001. It was seriously lacking in features we'd come to love, such as the museum, the Able Sisters, and various other events and items, but it was a full game and a wholesome experience nevertheless. Now, as things stand right now with the likes of Nintendo Switch Online plus expansion pack service, the N64 version of Animal Crossing could be the most likely of the previous installments to see a remake or a re-release on Nintendo Switch this year. Of course, there are other candidates such as Population Growing, Wild World, which we discussed recently, City Folk, and New Leaf, but in terms of how Nintendo are releasing content right now, Animal Crossing, or Animal Forest as it translates to, is probably the most likely unless Nintendo start releasing DS or GameCube games. Anyway, with Animal Crossing New Horizons being the second best-selling Switch game of all time and the best-selling Switch game in Japan, Nintendo's plans for the franchise have almost certainly changed. In all honesty, they're probably toying with ideas for the franchise, from how to capitalize off of 40 million sales to simply keeping the community hyped until they release a new game, or at the very least, a spin-off. Now, what better way to fill that void than releasing an extremely nostalgic version of Animal Crossing that would be an entirely new experience for the vast majority of New Horizons players. We've seen this before on a much smaller scale with the likes of Kirby, that last year saw several Kirby games get released and refreshed for the Nintendo Switch Online services after a successful Kirby and the Forgotten Land launch. They even went on to release another Kirby spin-off, so doing something as bold as re-releasing Animal Crossing N64 off the back of Animal Crossing New Horizons' success isn't actually that unrealistic. Anyway, today is another big day for Nintendo Switch Online services, as GoldenEye on the N64 is now available through the Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack service. Now, the reason I bring this up is because GoldenEye has been updated to include online multiplayer, like some of the other SNES and N64 games available through Nintendo's subscription service. This, of course, adds a new way to play an old fan favorite game simply by creating a lobby and playing with others. So it makes you wonder, if we were lucky enough to see Animal Crossing on the N64 come to Switch, it's entirely possible we could see online features added so we could visit each other's towns in a modern way. Previously, you would of course go to the train station and visit another player's memory card, but imagine being able to visit an original Animal Crossing town whilst other players are also there. This wasn't a thing until Wild World on the DS, but that could soon change should Nintendo decide Animal Crossing N64 is worthy of a re-release. Now, unfortunately, when this topic is discussed, it's often met with the doubt that even if Nintendo released this game as part of their subscription service, it may only see a Japanese release. This is because the N64 version never released outside of Japan and therefore was never translated. However, it's worth remembering the upgraded version of this game for the GameCube already has translations, plus they have translated it once before, several years after its launch, when it re-released on the iQue player in China, so we know they're not afraid to translate older games for other regions. Anyway, personally, I think if Nintendo are toying with the idea of re-releasing an older Animal Crossing game, translating it is the least of their worries. With that said, I don't think Animal Crossing N64 coming to Switch is unrealistic. If Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2 can get re-releases this year, Animal Crossing can. But what features would you like to see added if they did release it, or would you rather see a different remake? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, thank you so much to the patrons and channel members for supporting this content, and if you'd like to see how to download Animal Crossing Wild World before the eShop closes in March, be sure to check out this next video. Peace.